All right. So I made it back. I had to turn off my computer and then turn it back on. And I am back on my channel. So this will have to be part two of Saturday morning. And yeah, so I was talking about my awesome mouse that I got. And this is a gaming mouse. And I did talk about it in my video earlier. And if you want to check that out, you can. I have never had my Manicam or anything pause like that. I don't know why. I might have had way too many things going at the same time. It has never happened to me during a class, fortunately. I might have to go back and like clear all of my like background things that are working that I don't really know about. So I didn't want to leave today without saying goodbye to everyone. I had about 9 to 10 people in the chat box, and everybody was chatting, having a great time. So thank you all for coming to my video, and thank you so much for chatting, and thank you for participating. And I just was mentioning my meetup on Friday. I'm going to have a knitter meetup, and if you want to knit, you can knit. If you want some knitting instructions, I have a playlist of some easy beginner knitting, like how to knit stitch, how to knit your first row, and that kind of stuff. So you can check that out. I have up to knit one, purl one, which is very basic. If there's something else you want to know, please let me know. Please comment on the videos if you watch them. And I kind of made them. Hey, Luann. I kind of made them because I have students that I'm teaching for Outschool, and I wanted to like give them a video so they could kind of get a head start, or maybe they didn't quite understand everything. So I'll send them the video and they can re-watch it and get some more instructions. And I have had a really great time with my students. I also wanted to talk today about um, I made a hey Stephanie. I made a video on Facebook. I did a Facebook Live about just asking people to check into your state and what your state is doing politically, because that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm finding that this past year, we have been quarantined. Have you guys noticed? We've been quarantined. We've been quarantined because of, you know, something that health wise is a reason. Health wise, we've been home and we've been like, yeah, of course, I want to help people. I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to, I don't want to like overload the hospitals. We want to stay safe. We want a family to stay safe. But during the whole year, um, some people may not realize that we have been um, politicians have been making decisions for us in Zoom calls and privately, and some of these decisions are not what we would expect. And so I just want to encourage people. I'm not going to tell you what to believe, but I'm going to encourage you to go to your state and see if you can review, okay? Look at your state constitution, look at the Constitution of the United States. What are your rights, okay? Because what we keep saying in our state is if you don't know your rights, you don't have any. So you might think, well, it's a pandemic, nobody has any rights right now because we have to do whatever we have to do to stay safe. And so check into the pandemic. Go to the CDC website, compare numbers, compare illnesses, that's what I did last like end of March, was compare the numbers, look at what people are saying. Don't look at the mainstream media, because the mainstream media is not telling you everything. They're just telling you what they want to tell you. I'll just tell you that. They want to tell you what they want you to know. But they're not telling you everything. And this past year, we call it connecting the dots. I didn't just wake up one day and say, I'm a conspiracy theorist. I believe everything, every weird thing that's coming across my path. That is not what happened to me. Um, do I believe everything the news tells me? No, I do not. And I've had some experiences with little tiny pieces of news that I realize these people don't really care about what's true and what's not true. Way back about, it's been like 15 years now, maybe 20 years, not 20 years, probably 15 years. Our church burned down. Like we were renting a space and the whole building burned down. We were renting the space, but we had a lot of stuff in it that was ours that we lost. And but it wasn't like nobody got hurt, and it's just stuff, whatever. But they said that the fire started in the auditorium where our church was, and we didn't really have anything in there. The only thing we could think of was that we had a little there was an air conditioner in there, which was on the far wall, and then there was a little baby monitor that could have been plugged in. I wasn't sure if it was actually plugged in or not. That we used that so that people in the nursery could hear what was going on. And so when I read the news article, they said that the fire came from the air conditioner. And I called up the news people and I said, there is no documentation that it came from the air conditioner. And then people that went to the fire, they said most of the fire was over by the other wall. And the only thing over there would have been a baby monitor. And if it was a baby monitor, then we should have been, able to sue the baby monitor place. So we never did figure out what actually caused the fire, and they really didn't care. And the news people are like, it really doesn't matter. It's just a small story. It's no big deal. And I was like, really? I said, I'm a mom. I homeschool. I said, we want the truth. Don't you care about the truth? I gave a big speech to the person who took my call. And I'm like, wow, they don't care about the truth. And then you fast forward to now, and the problems are bigger, but the philosophy is the same. So keep that in mind. And then what I like to do when I'm looking for the news is I look for like people that are doing debates. Like one person believes this and one person believes a complete opposite. And they talk about it, not yelling at each other and not like completely dismissing the answer to the question, but legitimate debates. Like they really are asking questions, they really are answering questions. And that's what I like to do is I like to hello Amanda. I like to look at the debates of the real people asking the real questions, answering the real questions. And I like to go back to the original documents, like read your state constitution, compare that to what is happening now. And then check into your state, like who is working in your state. Can you talk to your representatives? Can you write to your senators? Can you find out what types of things are they making decisions on now? A lot of times, like when we work right now for something in our state or even in our country, the decisions that they're making now were already made months ago. So that's what I found out. Like if you can't really make a difference for today, but maybe you can make a difference for a year from now. But if you don't start now, you're not going to get anywhere with anything. So I just wanted to throw that out there because on Facebook, I made a statement, get to know people in your state, get to read your own state constitution, find out what decisions they're making in your state and see what you think about that and get involved, because any type of thing that you do today is not even going to make a difference for today. It's going to make a difference for months from now. And we, the people that are just trying to work, make a living, and survive every day, adding a whole nother job, like studying the Constitution, getting involved in our state, that is so much more time. Like, we hire people to do that. That's what our vote is all about. And if they take away our voting privileges by doing things that are not appropriate, then we lose even that. We lose our vote, we lose our ability to choose who makes decisions for us, and then it's just a big mess. So that's my challenge. On Facebook, I put out the challenge and people said, "Oh, you're so brave." And I'm like, wow, wow. We are in the United States of America. It should not be brave to check into your own state, find out what the Constitution says, and do something about it. It shouldn't be brave. It should be normal. It should be what everyone is doing. It should be, especially those of us who have sacrificed for our families, those of us who have sacrificed to work hard and to raise a family in this country. It should not be brave. It should be normal. We should all be doing this. And it should be taught in our schools. Kids should be respecting our country. Kids should know that money is not just given to you. It's something that we work for. And our country and freedom is something that wasn't just given to us. It was something that was sacrificed for. So that's my plea to my friends and whoever's watching this, that you would do your part. And if you have any other questions, you can let me know. It's easier than ever. Just go online, type in your state and the Constitution, and you can find it. You can read it. You could probably find an audio and listen to it. You probably find someone who's explaining it, and you'll probably find people who are fighting for it. And that's what I'm finding in my state. So thank you guys for watching, and that's about all I'm going to say. If you did not watch the beginning of today's video, you can check out my new toy and how it works and how I'm using it on ManyCam. And I also wanted to put a plug in for Amanda Panda, who did a great job with her ManyCam kindergarten and her Bitmoji class. It was awesome. I loved it, and I learned a lot and made sure I figured it all out, except I did learn that when I did my Bitmoji on my phone, it wasn't going to my computer. So I had to log out of Bitmoji, log back into Bitmoji, and then recreate my Bitmoji again. And then it loaded to my computer. So sometimes that happens. You have to like turn things off and turn things back on to kind of reset it. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.